everyone, welcome to my channel. If you're new, then welcome, thank you for joining me. If you're not, then thank you as well. I really appreciate your support. Make sure that if you're not already to hit the subscribe button, because I'll be uploading new videos every week. For today's look, it's just a simple brown and pink everyday look. So if you want to see how I got this look, please keep watching.
Alright, so it was about 5 AM when I was filming this, so I'm sorry if I look a bit like a zombie. So I'm going to start off with my L'Oreal Infallible Mattifying base, and I'm just going to put this all over my face, mainly focusing in the areas where there's the most oil. Oh, I forgot to mention that I've already washed my face and my hands. There's my yawn, as you can tell, I'm obviously very tired. And then I'm going to use my Maybelline Fit Me concealer and just put this on my eyes to prep my eyelids for the eyeshadow. I'm just using my fingertips to buff that out and blend it all over my eyelid. This just helps to give that nice clean base and have a nice even colour when we do the eyeshadow. Now I'm taking my large tapered blending brush by Morphe and this creamy skin colour. I'm just going to put this all over the eyelid just to set that concealer. This just helps to stop our eyeshadow from becoming patchy and it makes it easier to blend out. Now I'm taking my Real Techniques Deluxe Crease Brush in this light brown colour from my Morphe 35K palette, and I'm just putting this all in my crease area just to give that nice transition shade. Just making sure to blend it all out nicely so it's not too harsh and there's no like obvious harsh lines in the eyeshadow. I'm just going to take this light brown shimmer shade with my flat shader brush. I'm just going to put this all over my eyelid. I'm going in with a darker brown shimmer shade and I'm just putting this on like the outer third of my eye just to give it a bit more definition. And I blend this up through the crease about halfway. Small pencil brush by Morphe. I'm taking this light brown colour that we used in our crease earlier and just using this to define the shape of the eyeshadow a bit more. Now I'm going in with this dark brown matte shade and I'm just using this just to darken up that crease a little bit and just make it a bit cleaner. Now I'm going in with my Morphe pencil brush. Ooh. Put the end of my brush in my highlight. Zap. And I'm getting this other light brown shade. I'm just going to use this to buff out that dark brown shade and other brown shades that we put on our crease just before. Now I'm going in with my Sigma E35 brush with no eyeshadow on it, and I'm just using this to buff out that crease even more. Just making sure there's no harsh lines and it's all nice and blown out. Now I'm going in with a smaller tapered brush by Morphe and this like pinky salmony colour in the 35K palette. And I'm just using this to put it above the brown that we put in our crease, just to make sure there's like a nice transition between the brow bone and the eyeshadow. With that same Morphe pencil brush, I'm just going in with a little bit of black and I'm just going to put this on the very outer corner of my eye just to give that extra definition, make my eyes look a little bit bigger. Now with the medium-sized Morphe tapered blending brush, I'm just going in and buffing out that black, just making sure that there's no harsh lines. Now it's time for foundation. I'm going to use my Real Techniques Beauty Sponge and this L'Oreal True Match in Golden Ivory. I'm just going to put a couple of pumps on the back of my hand and then just spread that all over my face. And then with the Real Techniques sponge, I'm just going to use that to buff this all into the skin and blend it all out nicely. Alright, now that foundation is done, it's time to go in with some concealer just to brighten up a few areas. First I'm going to start with underneath my eyes, just putting in an upside down triangle. And then I'm going to use the same concealer and just put this on my forehead just to highlight that area. And then I'm going to go down the bridge of my nose and then just put a little bit on my chin. This will just help to add a bit more definition and make me look more awake. Going in with my Real Techniques sponge again, I'm just going to buff in that concealer and just blending it out so there's no harsh lines between where the concealer starts and the foundation starts, I guess. Making sure you blend out your under eye concealer last. This will just make sure that it doesn't crease up when you go to put the powder on to set it. Now to set that all in place, I'm going to use my Rimmel Transparent Stay Matte powder and my e.l.f. flat powder brush. And I'm just going to use that powder, I'm just going to put it all over my face just to set the foundation and the concealer. Going in with my Banana Dreams W7 powder, I'm just going to bake under the eyes. Just going to help to brighten up that area and make me look more awake. While I wait for that powder to do its thing, I'm just going to go in and start brushing my eyebrows up, just to help me define my eyebrows a bit more. After I've finished brushing them up, I'm going to use my Savvy eyebrow pencil in the shade brown. I'm just going to use this to outline the bottom and the top of my eyebrow, just to get that nice clean shape that I want. After I've got that shape I want, I'm going to go in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Dipbrow Pomade in the shade medium brown. I'm using the Anastasia number 12 brush, and I'm just going to use this to fill in my eyebrows. I'm going to start with the tail of the eyebrow so that it's darker. Then I'm going to slowly move my way in towards the front of the eyebrow. And I'm going to use little upward strokes just to mimic like the little hair strokes at the very front of the eyebrow. Now I'm just blending that all out with the spoolie end of the brush, just to help it look a bit more diffused and not so harsh, I guess. Can't forget the other side, of course. Might look a bit weird if I only have one eyebrow on. Now I'm just cleaning up the tail of the eyebrow. I messed it up a little bit. So I'm just using my Morphe concealer brush, and I just put a little bit of my Maybelline concealer on the back of my hand, just dip the brush in, and now I'm just using that to clean up the tail and just make it look a bit neater. Dusting off that powder we put under the eyes before, we're going to go in and finish off our eye makeup. With the Morphe pencil brush and this light brown shade that we used in our crease earlier, just going to put this on the bottom lash line and just really buff it out. With a small Morphe pencil brush again, we're just going to use that dark shimmer shade we used on the outer half of our eyelid. And I'm just going to use this to put it a little bit closer to the lash line, just so it doesn't go further than where we put that light brown shade. Now going in with the Morphe pencil brush with no eyeshadow on it, I'm just using this to buff out my under eyelash eyeshadow. And just making sure it's all nice and buffed out. Now with the same Morphe pencil brush and these two highlight shades from my Morphe 35F palette, just using this to highlight the inner corner of my eyes just to make them pop a little bit extra. Now to contour, going in with my Real Technique sculpting brush, and guys, I got a new contour palette from Australis. It's the shade Light. I'm just using the lightest shade in the pack with my Real Techniques brush and just putting it in the hollows of my cheeks. And then I'm going to contour my forehead and also my jawline. Oh yeah, also a little hair hack for you guys. Sleep in pigtail braids, and then when you take your hair out in the morning, it'll be nice. It'll be like those nice beachy waves. Honestly, it looks so good. Now just to add a little bit of color to my face, I'm going in with my Rimmel natural bronzer in the shade Sun Bronze. I'm just using this to add a little bit more color to my cheeks and then my forehead. Not to the jawline though, because that's going to look too much and look too muddy. Before I go in with blush, I'm just going to use my NYX Contour Intuitive palette in the shade Warm Zone. I'm going to use the two contour shades, so the pink and the gold one, and I'm just going to use this to put it on my cheekbones. This is just going to help to give that blush a little extra pop. Just going to clean up my contour with my W7 banana powder. Just using my Real Technique sponge, and I'm just going to use this to create a nice line just to clean up that contour. While I wait for the powder to do its thing again, I'm just going to curl my eyelashes and then put on some mascara. Just going to use my Maybelline Colossal Max Lash Volume or Volume Express. And then I'm just going to use this, and I'm going to, like, when I put on my eyelashes, I'm going to use like wiggly motions just to separate the eyelashes, and then I'm going to flick it up. This helps to give the extra volume to the lashes and makes them look really pretty and long. You guys, that's how tired I was this morning. I didn't even curl my other eyelashes, just went straight in with mascara. So they were completely uneven and just, oh, so tired this morning. Just wanted to film a video for you guys because I felt like I haven't uploaded in a few days. Now to highlight my Cupid's bow, I'm going to go in with my Merry Luminizer by the Balm. And I'm just using this pencil brush. I'm just going to use this to go over the Cupid's bow just to give it that extra highlight. Now I'm prepping my lips for lipstick. I'm using the Australis Matte Me Mattifying lipstick primer. Just using this to put it all over my lips just to get that nice base when we go in with our liquid lipstick. And while I wait for that to, I don't know, set and not be so grimy, I'm just going in with my Maybelline mascara again and just adding a second coat. Now it's time to line my lips. So I'm going in with my Rimmel Lasting Finish lip liner in the shade Indian Pink. And first I start off with my Cupid's bow, and then I'll go slowly down and draw the sides of my lips. This just makes sure I line the lips nice and cleanly and carefully. Today I wanted to try out a bit of an ombre lip, so I'm going in with my Revlon Ultra HD Matte Liquid Lipstick in the shade Addiction. And I'm just using this to put it on the outer corners of my lips. And then after I've done that, I'm going to go in with a different shade of the same lipstick, and the shade is Kisses. And with this shade I'm going to put it in the tip of my lips where the dark pink hasn't been. I'm just going to brush off that excess powder that we put underneath our contour. Then I'm going to use my e.l.f. blusher brush and Australis Show Some Cheek blush in the shade Dreamy. And I'm just going to use this and put it all over my apples of the cheeks. Now that the blush is done, I'm going to go in with my Merry Luminizer again. Sorry, and just using my Real Technique setting brush just to highlight my cheekbones, around the temples of the head, also the forehead, down the bridge of the nose, just the tip of the nose, and then also just on the chin. Now I'm just contouring my nose a little bit with the Real Techniques shader brush. Just using that same contour shade from that Australis palette that we used before. Just taking this down the bridge of the nose on each side just to make the nose look a little bit slimmer. Then also going to use this on the tip of the nose just to bring that tip up a little bit. To set my eyebrows, I'm going to use Rimmel Brow This Way gel in the shade Brown. Using this to go over the eyebrows just to set those hairs in place. Now to set my whole face, I'm going in with the Rimmel Insta Fix and Go setting spray. Just putting this all over my face just to set all that foundation and powder in place. I'm just taking those braids out just to get that beachy sort of wavy hairstyle. And because I haven't had my hair cut in quite a long time, I'm gonna use a hair tie just to pin back the fringe area, just so it looks a little bit neater and not so unkempt, I guess.
That's it, that's how I got this look. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Leave a comment in the comment section below of anything you want me to film. So I'll see you in my next video, guys. Thank you for watching.